Hey, fellow lushes, get ready for takeoff.
We are now on board with Galaxy Treats.
They offer a wide variety of rare cannabinoids, including edibles, gummies, vapes, and more.
Best part is all their products are made in the U.S. with industrial hemp and third-party lab tested.
No. The best part is that they're all federally legal under the 2018 Farm Bill.
That's great, but it's their fruity flavors that really set them apart. As all their products taste great and they work amazing.
So go check them out at galaxytreats.com.
And tell them Dimples in the Beard sent you.
So I had that one story that I regret till this day, and my son is hating me for that. I met Chris Evans at one of the parties, and he was super hot back in that day. You know Chris Evans, right?
Oh, yeah. He's still super hot.
Yeah, he was not Captain America yet, but he was a Human Torch already, I think. Yes. Whatever, he was super hot, and I saw him there, and I was like, oh my God, he's real. And but I went there in my house suit because I lived there, and I was not really interested to mingle that night. And he didn't even recognize me. He didn't even see me.
Yeah.
There were so many girls, and so I asked Elaine, who was the photographer back then, if she could take a picture of us. And she approached him and said she probably knew him before, and said, so this is Giuliana Marino, one of our new playmates. And from that moment on, he had some interest because she said that I was a playmate. And we took a picture that I never got.
No.
And I'm super sad about that. So we took that picture, and after that, he was very flirty, which
I bet
I was very happy about. And he invited me to his birthday party. And first I said yes, but then I went back to him and I said, listen, I cannot go because I have a boyfriend. And he said, so where is your boyfriend? I said, well, in Germany. He said, so what's the matter? I said, well, I cannot.
Typical man answer.
It just feels sad. So I went back to Germany, and that guy broke up with me.
Oh my God.
And yeah, you can imagine how I regretted not.
Yeah.
And my son, I told that to my son because he was a huge Marvel fan, and he said, "Mom, you're so stupid." I said, "Thanks."
Welcome, fellow lushes. Come on in, pull up a bar stool, and enjoy some cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Cocktails with Dimples and the Beard. This episode, we got yet again another beautiful woman for you. Miss April 2005 from the German edition of Playboy, Giuliana Marino, who then went on to be
Dan Marino's
daughter, Playmate of the Year for Germany in 2006, and then came across the pond and became Miss April 2007 for the good old American edition of Playboy because half loved her.
Half did love her.
All
and
right.
Said, I want you everywhere.
All right.
I think he died before he could put her in the other ones, but
all right.
Do us favors, like, subscribe. Leave us a comment. Big help. Leave us a comment. We appreciate it. Costs you nothing. Means the world to us.
Doesn't have to be nice. It could be.
Oh, I can hear. Oh, I don't have one to say. Tell us.
Jesus,
tell us we're fat.
Good job.
Tell us we're fat.
God, one fucking job.
Jesus Christ. And I'm the angry one today.
One fucking job. You want to? Your line.
What?
Never.
Oh, are you ready? Here we go. Well, let's go, man. We never leave a pretty lady waiting.
Without further ado, Giuliana Marino.
That was amazing.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. We truly appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we continue to. I say this just about every episode that we do this. So we continue to pinch ourselves. We don't know how we fell into this world of talking with playmates, but here's another one, Giuliana Marino, and we're very excited to have you on. And you're all the way over in Germany, so.
Yeah, true.
So what part of Germany are you in?
I live in Fürth, which is close to Nuremberg. I don't know if you know that.
A little bit. Yeah, I've definitely heard of it.
But never been.
Yeah, it's historically known by the trials after World War III.
Sure.
And and some other stuff that it's known for. But I live in Fürth, which is close to it, and there is some rivalry that no one knows about why.
Yeah.
But I was born and raised in Nuremberg, and now I live in Fürth, which is really strange for our local rivalry, but I don't care. I simply don't care.
So you live across the river.
It's not even a river. It's like literally just nothing. Like there is not really, you are in one step you're there, and one step you're in another town.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. We always have the
attached.
Other side. They live on the other side of the river.
Well, when we were in Wendover, Nevada, and you could stand in the middle of the road and have one leg in Utah and one leg in Nevada. So.
Oh yeah.
So very similar.
Fun times.
So you were when did you get started with modeling? When did your modeling career start?
Actually, it started pretty early because I was a model as a child too.
Okay.
Oh.
I started with 13, I think, and I had some catalog shoots. We used to have catalogs in the
back in the day.
In 2000. And but for the Playboy thing, I got discovered by a photographer that I worked with for a calendar in my hometown.
Okay.
And he had some connections to the German Playboy. And he asked me if he could send the pictures we did there, and I said, yeah, sure. I thought it was some kind of, pickup line to get people modeling.
Like most men do.
It was true. Exactly. But it was true. And they asked me if I wanted to come for a test shoot, and I was so curious that I couldn't say no.
Right.
And but it was never, it was never like my aim. I would have never had the guts to, not even the idea to send pictures there and see me as the next Playmate. And it worked out.
Well, as you see it, you never know.
Yeah, exactly. And from the German Playboy, I had a bunny job since I was Playmate of the Year too.
Yeah.
In Germany, I had a bunny job when Hef came touring for his 80th birthday.
Okay.
And I met him and the girls, the girls next door back then, in a club in Munich. And I hooked up with Kendra, and she was super. How can I say? She was very excited about my pictures and wanted an autograph. And I said, well, this is strange. Like the roles are.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not the way they have to be. And after a few months, after a few weeks, I got invited for a test shoot there, and I was Miss April there too, which was a coincidence.
Yeah, right.
So that was a heck of a 3-year span for you, if not longer. Going from
that span was even a year, and then I kept on working for the American Playboy and the German Playboy as well.
Yeah. Did you actually meet Hef in Germany, or did you not meet him then until you came over here for your test shoot?
No, I met him and the girls at that night, and but handshake and nothing else. I didn't talk to him or something.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I was too afraid to. And then I met him, let's say the second time, and I came to the Playboy Mansion. He was an extraordinary host. He was very generous and super friendly and a perfect gentleman, and it was really cool. I was super afraid because of everything that should have happened at the Playboy Mansion, but I never had that experience myself.
Well, yeah, and I would imagine what are you at this point? You're 19, 20 years old, coming from Germany. Was this your first time in the United States?
It was.
Okay.
And I was super excited.
Yeah.
That's a lot
to take in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I was a baby. I mean, I was 20 at that time, and I was too curious not to come or to go, but also very cautious.
Yeah,
Sure.
Because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. So were you in touch with any of the girls before? Like, were you still in contact with Kendra then? Did she kind of take you under her wing when you got over here? Or who did you kind of hang out with when you got over here then?
I met so many people. So I kind of hang out with a lot of people. Also Kendra, of course. I was very afraid to sleep in my room by myself because everything was huge and I felt lonely. And so I slept over in her room with her dogs in the bed. I had to fight for my little spot. I remember with Russell. And but I feel like I met a lot of people that I still am in touch with, but not with Kendra.
Oh, okay.
Strangely, she was my first contact, and I'm not in contact with her anymore. I don't think I have her number or something. I don't think there is a specific reason.
Yeah.
Oh, you fade out. So, but when you came over, you were always a veteran as well. You had 2 photo shoots under your belt. What kind of difference of photo shoots were they from over there and over here?
A veteran, wow. It was a difference because in Germany we had locations that we went to have the shoots, and in the US we had this huge settings in the studio, so everything was kind of fake.
Yeah, right.
So the whole scenery was not real. While in Germany we really went to the locations and shooted there. So I think it was very retro, very vintage.
Yeah.
In the US.
Nice. What is the Playboy culture in Germany compared to the United States? Is Germany a little more conservative when it comes to that kind of stuff? Or how is the magazine scene over there? Or was it seen over there? It's probably gone over there now too, I suppose. But
it's strange because Germany is not really more conservative about this kind of thing. But for some reason, Playboy in the US is more like a culture, and they knew it from Hef and the girls, and everyone knew about the girls next door. In Germany, it was like people kept asking me if I was some kind of escort service or something. You know, like people couldn't even label it properly. They just didn't know what it is. And so in the US, I felt like a celebrity, while here I felt like an escort service.
Oh, wow.
You know,
so they couldn't separate.
It was really strange.
Nudes from
because
sex work, I guess, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, we were like promotion girls when we had the parties, and but the people kept touching us and trying to get to us. While in the US, we had bodyguards that, you know, we were treated like celebrities.
Sure. Yeah.
And it was really different.
So how long were you in the United States? How long did you stay at the mansion? Or did you stay at the mansion, I guess?
Yeah, I kept flying back and forth for 2 years. And after a while, I was asked by Hef to move into the bunny house they used to have. And I think it was not very long because I had a boyfriend here and I wanted to see him, and you know, the usual mistakes that you do when you're young.
Damn boys.
Yep, they ruin everything.
So it wasn't that long, but very intense.
Yeah. Do you get back over here at all now, or when's the last time you were here?
I was there in 2018.
Okay.
When the first reunion for Hef's birthday was, I mean, we did it around his birthday, but of course it was his memory. 1 year after he died. It was the first time that they met.
Okay. Yeah, I think
don't know if anyone already mentioned it.
Yeah, I think I've seen the picture.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen the picture. If you didn't you take a big group picture?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think we've seen that before.
Right.
I'm sure we have. Yeah,
we have through the years, but how fun it is. Is there any sort of equivalent to the mansion over in Germany for Playboy, or is it just an office building?
No, it's just an office building. And
Okay.
you know what? I don't even know the new one. I've never been there because they had some changes
Yes.
within the editors, and I've never been there. I was invited to a party lately, but it's different. It used to be just an office building.
Sure. Is there still print edition of Playboys in Germany? Do they still do a print edition, or is everything digital?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I don't think there's a print edition here.
I don't think so either.
I think everything is digital.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Go.
There you go.
All right. I assume you still get those free for life, right? Like you don't have to subscribe.
No, not anymore. I
What?
used to got those from the US, but never from Germany. But since I had like monthly paid jobs, I always got some issues.
Sure.
But of course, I'm not doing that anymore, and I'm not getting any issues.
Well, Playboy should fix that. I would think that would be a lifetime premium you get.
That's your perk. Lifetime membership to the video stuff,
Right.
that they do.
Right.
After the Playboy thing wore out, did you continue modeling?
Yeah, there were some jobs that I got too. So it was a whole modeling. My whole modeling career was in this years between 2005 when I started Playboy, because it was very sporadic what I did before as a child. From 2005 until I would say 2015.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, after I got my son, I had some jobs still, but then I stopped. I felt like it's time to retire.
And I'd be remiss if we didn't mention that you were also a cover girl. Was it October of 2007 that you were on the cover?
Yeah, true.
Okay. So yeah, you have a cover.
Well informed.
Cover as well. So we love to talk because we are such a big Hef supporter here. We love to hear some of your favorite Hef stories, and if you got a favorite memory with Hef.
Oh, I have quite a few.
As many as you are willing to share. We love stories about Hef.
Okay. So the first thing that I really was impressed by was when I broke up with my boyfriend back then. I was very sad, of course, and he saw me and said, "Are you right?" And I said, "Yeah, I just broke up with my boyfriend and not feeling very well." And he said, "Well, listen, this is your second home. You can stay as long as you want, and just find yourself." And it was very, very generous. It was not some creepy things. Oh, you broke up, then you're mine or something. But it was very, very cute. And he kissed me on my forehead and said, "You can stay as long as you want." And I was tearing up. I was about to cry when I heard that, because it's still I didn't see him that often because he was working all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw him, it felt very how can I say, felt like family.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that he noticed me, because there were so many girls coming in and out and test shoot, and some girls from the past, and there was constantly people there. So to see that he recognizes me felt very special.
Yeah.
And then also the fact that I invited my mom over to the US, and I talked to a friend that I met there if she can stay there.
Okay.
And then Mary, his secretary, she knew that my mom was coming. She was like, where will she stay? And I said, at a friend. And she said, "Do you know that person?" And I said, "Well, not real. I mean, not for long, but she's all right. And you don't ask us if she can stay with us?" And I'm like, okay, I didn't know that was an option. And also he said, "Oh, let me talk to Hef." And he was generous, and that felt so cool, because all these creepy things that you hear about him that doesn't fit to how he was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's not true.
Sure.
But
for you, it's not true.
So experiences are so different. And he was a person, he was not a saint, that. And I'm pretty sure he did some mistakes too. But to label him as a monster or something that doesn't fit at all with things he did without even having something out of this,
Right. Yeah.
Sure. And it seems like one of his greatest gifts was he was very personable with, and remembered, to your point, remembered you and could remember each girl and certain things about him, and was very generous.
Exactly. And also the staff members, that they still organize all these meetings and reunions that doesn't fit to someone who was bad.
Right. I know everybody you hear talk about him. Yeah. Everybody you hear talk about him, down to those guys who work there, all have the good things to say. So
exactly. Of course, there are people who had bad experiences, which are pretty sure true.
Sure.
But it's a point of view,
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said in the message to you, we haven't watched the documentary. We don't want to support the documentary. And we've had so many of the ladies on now, and just, to a T, every one of them, to a person, every one of them disputes most of all that was said. So,
and every story's been very like yours, very similar to yours. Had it been different, where every girl was coming on the opposite, then we might watch it. But yeah, it just doesn't pay to watch it now, because everyone we're exposed to has been terrific, have great stories about them.
Yeah, I don't know how that can happen, but I guess it's because the girls who went there were really young. Really young. They came from total different backgrounds, and also might have some issues already and stuff like that they couldn't even know, because of course, these are things that you might work on later or never.
Yeah.
And the environment for that kind of issues, or even just insecurities, can be really dangerous, but not because of certain people, or it's because the topic is an intimate topic. The topic is about sex and some, and this is it can be very personal. So where is the difference between work and private in that environment? And if you go there, the people you work with are at the same time your family that people come from, or the girls came from all over the states or even world. And so those were the people that were there for them. But at the same moment, also the people they had to work with. So the boundaries were pretty blurred.
Sure.
And I feel like that is a real, how can I say, like, it can be very dangerous, or dangerous sounds bad, but
well, you don't know when you're coming to this big mansion that's known for sex and nudity. I mean, you don't know when you get there, but when you experience it. Yeah.
Exactly. And it still is an intimate topic. So where it's different if you go there and work as something different, professional, that doesn't have anything to do with how you look or how you behave and everything, because you are a figure. You are like, when you are a playmate, they are interested not only in your look. You're not just a picture, but they want to know what your interests are, and they get very personal. So where are the boundaries, and how are you supposed to know when you're 20 or 19 or whatever?
Yeah.
So the possibilities are high that you have some experiences that you might regret later, because you would have totally, yeah, exactly. You would have behaved totally different in an older age.
Yeah,
of course,
100%.
Being wiser.
Yeah.
And then there was how many young 18 to 20-year-olds in that whole spot. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all making bad decisions at that time, but you know, hopefully you had fun and when you were there,
Yeah.
attend a lot of parties at the
Yeah,
mansion.
I did. So every time there was one, I went there because,
Nice.
of course, I was hungry too, and I had to eat something.
Hey,
They had the best
say it
food,
like how it is.
best food at these parties.
Oh, I can imagine. I can't imagine having
And,
to not serve anything that wasn't top notch, food wise or anything. So
Yeah.
I can,
Yeah, no, it was really cool. And since you live there and eat also in the kitchen, when there were parties, they were busy doing the catering for the party. So nobody was there to prepare food for you. Nobody from the girls went there and cooked themselves something because it was just not, you were not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Although I was always in the pantry talking to the staff because it was cool.
sure.
Yeah.
So during your time at the parties, any, I don't want to say wild stories, but just any good, fun party stories at the mansion?
Yeah. The funniest thing
tell.
was that I was very boring at that time because I was cautious since I knew that at the parties everything can happen and da da da. So I was pretty bitchy to the people there that tried to approach me.
Okay.
And so I had that one story that I regret till this day, and my son is hating me for that. I met Chris Evans at one of the parties, and he was super hot back in that day. You know Chris Evans, right?
Oh yeah. He's still super hot.
Yeah, he was not Captain America yet, but he was a Human Torch already, I think.
Yes.
Whatever, he was super hot, and I saw him there, and I was like, oh my god, he's real. And but I went there in my house too because I lived there, and I was not really interested to mingle that night. And he didn't even recognize me. He didn't even see me.
Yeah.
There were so many girls, and so I asked Elaine, who was the photographer back then, if she could take a picture of us. And she approached him and said, she probably knew him before, and said, so this is Giuliana Marino, one of our new playmates. And from that moment on, he had some interest because she said that I was a playmate. And we took a picture that I never got.
Oh, no.
And I'm super, super sad about that. So we took that picture, and after that, he was very flirty, which
I bet.
I was very happy about. And he invited me to his birthday party. And first I said yes, but then I went back to him and I said, listen, I cannot go because I have a boyfriend. And he said, so where is your boyfriend? I said, well, in Germany. He said, so what's the matter? I said, well, I cannot.
Typical
do that.
man answer.
It just feels bad. So I went back to Germany, and that guy broke up with me.
Oh my god.
And yeah, you can imagine how I regretted not.
Yeah.
And my son, I told that to my son because he was a huge Marvel fan, and he said, "Mom, you're so stupid." I said, "Yeah, thanks."
So is he a little upset that he could be like, Chris Evans should be my dad, or
Captain
upset
America's
that he
my
just
dad.
didn't want the picture?
Oh God, that's so funny that you say that. He really said that, but okay, the possibility is very, very low that would have happened. But that's exactly what he thought.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm thinking, I was in my head thinking as a little boy, because I remember saying that to my mom when she had my dad. And
yeah, you're very good at that.
yeah, she was dating some guy that was wealthy family, and then she ended up marrying my dad. And I kept saying, I could have been part of that family. So I get it.
But you also got a little starstruck the first time you met Pamela Anderson, right?
Oh, that's true. How do you know that?
Research. I don't want to
A little
reveal.
blatant.
I don't want to reveal my sources. They're competition.
It's all right. So actually, I think her impact on me was bigger than Chris Evans because she was stunning. I mean, I expected her to be hot, but she was stunning. She was glowing, and yeah, and I turned red. I felt that, and I hid from her. It was so stupid.
You did what with her? I'm
and
sorry.
She was so cute.
You hid under a table?
Yeah, that's true. You're very well informed. Yeah, I went under a table hiding from her, and she said, how am I supposed to make out with you if you're under the table? And I think I passed out or something.
Believe me, if Pamela Anderson asked me that, I would pass out. Probably not
Probably.
wake up for a week.
Oh my God.
Don't feel bad. Yeah.
That was awesome. I have that picture though. No, I don't have a picture when we make out. Sorry. Fake news. But I have a picture with her.
Yeah.
And I still have that.
But what a compliment. Wow. That's a huge take it. I would take it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Pamela, when was it? This was like in 2007, right? When you had come over to the mansion?
Probably 2007 or 8.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, she's at that point, she's the hottest woman on earth, right? I mean, like everybody's like,
true. Yeah, she was getting really hot. I mean, she still is to this day.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
sure. Yeah. She's gorgeous.
She's still got it. That's for sure. As you do. You could still be modeling today.
I don't know if that's her puking or if that's her saying, oh.
No, that's all.
Yeah. You're
That's very true. Yes. So as the modeling, was at the same time as the modeling stopped as having your son or meeting someone to have your son and falling in love again?
It was definitely less, but I stopped a year later or something when I realized, okay, I cannot make everything happen, because I also I studied full time too.
Oh, okay. For what?
Medical engineering.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, which is something totally different from what I did before.
Yeah.
But I always say it's my youth that I spent with Playboy, and after I grow up, I have to do something more serious.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all of a sudden, the real world kicks in.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Exactly.
So did you graduate and pursue that medical engineering?
Yeah. I did the bachelor for medical engineering, and now I work in a company that sells that.
Oh, okay. Well, fun.
And you are also a mermaid.
Oh,
I am a mermaid.
A singing mermaid.
A singing mermaid.
A singing mermaid.
I'm not yet a singing mermaid. This is a project that I want to do too. But at the moment I do both, but not together.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yet.
So singing was always my passion. I sang as a kid in the church choir and the school choir, and I was always hooked up with singing. Then I started to sing at some weddings, but that's awful because I start crying with the people. So that doesn't work out as I expected it to. So I have to train on that.
So those love songs will get you every time.
What?
I said those love songs will get you every time.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
What's that?
Is it Hallelujah, the song?
No, I said love songs will get you every time.
Oh, the love song? Okay, that's not a love song.
Yeah, the love song.
Is Shallow a love song?
During a wedding? Well, I guess we're assuming that you're singing during the wedding because it's a love song.
Yeah, that's true. But people want that for a wedding too. In Germany, at least.
Okay.
Okay.
They kind of take whatever sounds romantic and put it into a wedding.
Okay.
All
but
right.
you know which one, and it's also not a love song for a wedding, but it's an Italian song called "You per lei" from Andrea Bocelli. I don't know if you know him.
I've heard the name.
I'm originally Italian, you know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my parents are. So I also sing in Italian, and it's a love song for the music. So it's not a love song for person.
Sure.
And and that's the one that hit the most.
Yeah.
That must be beautiful Italian singing.
So do you speak and sing in all of Italian, German, and English?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you speak any other
If I
languages?
have to.
Any other languages? Or are we at 3?
No, we have 3 that work. Then I had French in school, but I never use it. So
Okay.
Yeah.
And Italian is just a
That's
beautiful language. Like
Yes.
anything you say in Italian pretty much sounds beautiful. I mean,
That's what people keep saying.
yeah.
She's like, but I live it, so I know what it really means.
Do you want to ask her the important part? We had a
Oh
woman,
my God.
we had a woman on who spoke, I don't remember. I'm just going to say Dutch or something.
Yeah.
And he asked her what his name was in
When
Dutch.
you say my name in Dutch, I was so excited just because it was.
And she just looked at him and said, "It's still Kevin." So,
But I might ask you to say our names
dimples in the beard in Italian.
in German and Italian, because it's just cool to hear other languages.
Dimples in the beard would mean le fossette la barba.
Okay, I'm never gonna get that one, but
We'll take it. We'll take it.
I like it.
I do too.
Le fossette are the dimples.
Okay.
E la barba.
Hey, la baba.
Okay,
All right.
we'll break it down. I like it.
All right. I got it.
So
I
singing has
can
been a
write
bad.
it down for you later.
All right.
Oh,
That'd be perfect.
My God, thank you. I'm like, I'm going to decipher this.
You guys gonna have to watch
We'll
it.
figure a way, but that sounded good though.
It did. I like it.
I really liked it. So singing,
What was the Dutch version?
Oh, I don't remember.
it was nothing.
I don't even know if it was Dutch. I can't remember what it was.
Holland or something like that.
Well, that would be Dutch.
That's why I think it was. Like, she said it, and then it was like, nope, it's just
your name.
it's just her name.
Yeah.
I was so excited. All right, I have my moment. When so singing, you love singing. What brought that on? Is your family growing up musical? And who are some big inspirations as a child?
Well, my dad used to have a band and was a drummer.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So maybe that might be a reason why I'm addicted to music. Yeah, I don't know. I started very early. Then I started also to play piano, but I don't remember any of it. I played the piano for 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's like a different life. I cannot remember. It's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, but that's basically was the beginning, and then I kept singing all the time for myself, and then I started again after I had my children because I wanted to do something for me, and I took some class, and I went to a vocal coach, and then I started again, and and now I do it sporadically too. I have I sing in a band from
nice.
people from work, but this is just, we never had an appearance or something. We just do it for ourselves.
Sure.
Every
Fun.
other week.
No, I didn't check
Nice.
the timeline, but I was looking I was listening to your Hopelessly Devoted to Me rendition of Olivia Newton-John, which is beautiful. Was that at the time she was passed away, that like dedicated to her, or you just picked that song?
Which one?
Hopelessly Devoted to Me?
Oh yeah, I just think. Oh my God, yeah. I remember.
It's out there.
So it was a coincidence. It was a coincidence that I picked that song after she just passed away a few weeks ago or days.
Right.
But it was definitely not a coincidence why I picked that song. But I just had another breakup. I don't know why I'm talking about breakup all the time, but I just it feels like it's no, but I had a recent breakup, and I'm still not over it, and I still love it.
Well, you're welcome. Here I'm thinking it was like a dedication or something, but I'll bring out the daggers and I'll bring up wounds for you. There you go. That's my job. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
No, it's okay because I mean it doesn't change the fact that I still think about him all the time. So
it's
nothing new to me.
It's therapeutic.
Therapeutic. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out.
Exactly,
It'll make it feel better. Well, I apologize. It was very beautiful.
No, it's all right. No problem at all. I mean, I made it publicly, so
That's
somehow, somehow it's okay. Then people know that I'm still in a heartache.
Oh, well, as you know, things will get better. And Olivia, I mean, I was a big fan of hers and still am. So that's why I was attracted to it, because I love that song and I just love her voice.
Yeah,
so you did it. You did it wonderfully.
Were you?
Thank you. Well, it's timeless, right? Like the song kicks in all the time.
Of course, yeah.
It was, yes.
Of course. Were you a fan of the movie Grease?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was, because my mom
wasn't?
was, and I had to watch it with her all the time, but I totally enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had an older sister who made me watch it 1,000,000 times as well. So
yeah. In the theater.
How many times?
17 times in the theater. Not gonna lie.
Really?
Yep. Yep.
That is a fan.
We were obsessed and we were dorks. So what can I say?
Were?
Still am.
Yeah.
Okay. But yes. But I exposed it to my children, so that was the thing. God, I had to do it.
There you go. Yeah. Well, yeah. Like you said, it's timeless. I think everybody knows the movie Grease. You know, that's one of them ones that
Heck
you don't find a lot of people that don't know about Grease. So,
and I don't want to know if they do or don't. So, mermaids. What brought on the mermaid experience for you?
Well, I feel like I've always been a mermaid.
Okay.
Because when I was a child, I always pretended to be a mermaid. I was more under the water than I didn't really swim, but I was diving all the time.
Okay.
And pretending that I was a mermaid, of course. And so I saw this thing that they start mermaiding in Florida, I think. I don't know where it started, but I saw that in the States it was a thing.
yeah.
Already a few years ago, a few decades, I think, already. And so I don't even know who I mentioned it to, that I want a tail and want to try to swim with that. And finally, at my 33rd birthday, I got a tail and a class where I can learn how to mermaid. And so it was me and 8-year-old girl, which was to expect. And I felt weird in the beginning, but then I said, you know what, that's how it is. And I just enjoy that. And they told me that there are some adults once in a while. And so I didn't feel that bad anymore.
No.
But then I finished the class with a shooting, which was awesome. But then I said, so, and what now, you know? And I took it when I went to Turkey on vacation. I took the tail with me, because here, I don't know, you know the people, and then as a grown-up, you put on your tail and pretend you're a mermaid. That sounded a little weird to me. So I took it to Turkey, where no one knows me, and, you know, just get wasted and
throw on the tail.
Swim with a tail. And I saw how the children reacted to it, and they were waving at me, and, you know, I saw the spark in their eyes. It was so awesome that I had the idea, why not doing it for the children, and be a mermaid at the birthdays or some summer parties or whatever. You can book a mermaid wherever you want, on land or in the water. And so I got the idea to make a business out of it. And in Germany, there are not so many. So there's one really famous one in Germany.
Okay.
But it's not a real thing. And in our region, there's none. So I thought, well, that might be something that they need.
Absolutely.
Perfect. And how long ago did you start that?
Thanks COVID. It took forever to start it, but I had my first job now last summer, and the idea was already I had a year ago.
Okay.
But then with COVID, everything was locked, and
yeah,
you know,
that ruined everything.
It killed 2.5 years for sure.
Yeah. So going back to when you were a child and you said you just prefer to be underwater than over, what was it about being underwater that really, really spoke to you? I mean, what you were seeing, how obviously you weren't underwater very long.
Strange. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you have some kind of I felt free in the water.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
there
was nothing around me, and of course I love to be in the deeper water, and I felt always comfortable. Although I almost drowned one time.
Oh wow.
Ooh, me too.
But I remember that it was not a traumatic experience to me. So being in the water felt so great that I swear it already happened to me while I was mermaiding. I forget that I need to breathe.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm so into this. It's some kind of meditation to me.
Yeah.
That I forget that I have to breathe. But I think it's not bad to train how to hold the breath longer.
Right.
Because I read that basically we just have to breathe every 10 minutes if we really have to. So it's just the impulse to breathe that we know we have inside, but we are mammals like dolphins, and they can be underwater until 15 minutes or something without even breathing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was that part of the training? The mermaid training was not only swimming with your legs within the fin, but breathing as well?
No, unfortunately not. I think that's too early for the 8 years old. I don't know, because it was a class for all the children that are able to swim. So I guess this is something that I have to do separately.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And I will. I totally will, because it's very important to hold your breath as long as you can.
Yeah.
I would think that was be a huge thing. Yeah. The longer you could be, to your point, if you love it down there, the longer you could be down, the happier you'll be.
Yeah. That's my next project to learn how to hold the breath.
So
longer.
when you from swimming to learning to swim with the fin on, what right away was it naturally, or was it like wow, I have to retrain the way I swim? I'm just interested.
No, it was naturally. It was, I swear, because since I was a child, I didn't use my legs to swim, because I knew that a mermaid cannot use her legs, you know? So I pretended that very early, and I knew instantly how to do that.
Wow.
Okay. So you were
so that's what I'm saying.
Trying to swim, pretending to swim like a mermaid from the get-go.
Yeah, it helped.
Oh, fun.
Somehow. It's crazy, but it did help, which makes me a weirdo through and through.
No.
Nope.
100% no.
Got to be you. So
No.
I got to know, how many tails do you have hanging in your closet now? What's the collection up to?
I don't have many yet.
Okay.
I have one, and I ordered my second one, which will be beautiful, because I fell in love instantly when I saw it, but I'm still waiting for it. But it should come next week or in 2 weeks. I'm waiting for it since September. They take a while because it's handmade.
Yeah, I imagine those things can't be all that. I mean, they got to be pretty expensive with all the stuff going on. So
it's a lot of detail.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
So the one you bought is a completely different colors, or what made you what made you buy a second one?
The second one is more fancy, because it looks a little realer. It's still not silicone, because the silicone ones are is like the Ferrari.
Okay.
Mermaid tail. I'm still not there financially, but that's the goal.
Yes.
So this one is also is normal fabric, scuba fabric.
Okay.
But it's fancier. So there is a little gold in it, and it's also more fabric, so it really looks pretty while moving underwater. And yeah, I cannot wait. I swear, every day I'm like
Just waiting. Yeah.
Well,
That brings up a great point. So when you're doing your parties, they rent you. Are they watching you underwater swim, or are you there as a figure to just talk to them on land? I'm curious about what.
It's both.
Okay.
It's both. So I started with taking pictures with the kids and introducing myself because I wanted them to have the experience also to touch me and see, you know, and talk to me. And then I told them a few things about the ocean, and because I feel like we're also ambassadors for the oceans too. Yeah. And it's very important that the awareness will raise with protecting our oceans. So we are ambassadors as well as just magical creatures. So I talk to them and I really interact, which I love because children are so cute. You know, it's so nice to see their eyes when they look at you. It's just a feeling that it's uncomparable with grown-ups who are like, "No, is it a real mermaid?" And,
right.
What are you doing? Why are you pretending you're a fish? That's so ridiculous. I'm like, okay. So. And children are just so thankful that you bring magic into their lives, and it's awesome. And so I interact with them, and you know, then they get some tattoos sometimes. So it depends on the program that they book. And then of course there's the big swimming with the mermaid. I have to somehow pay attention because I'm afraid I will hurt them because the tail at the end is pretty big. But it's so cute how they try to swim races with me, and you know, they come underwater and then let's swim together and let's dive together, and that's so cute. And then take tons of pictures.
That's so cool.
I really feel comfortable in that role.
Well, and it's different. I mean, when you're looking for birthday parties for your children, you're like, done it, did it. Yeah. Oh, okay. There's something different. So I think you're offering something completely different for a party. That's awesome.
I've got a young daughter who I know would love that for a birthday party. So she would be thrilled.
Right? Like, is there any girl on earth that doesn't like mermaids?
Right. She would be over the moon if, So how much to get you to come from Germany to Wisconsin?
We can talk about that, no problem.
All right. You know what you have to do when you get the new tail? You need to do an unboxing video on your Instagram. Like, you need to open this with all of us watching. Share your enthusiasm.
I know. I totally have to.
We all want to see it. Yeah.
Embrace it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Again, this is just me curious about the party. Do you try and get there before them, and so the children don't see you walking up and putting a costume on, or do they, like, when they walk up, you're already a mermaid?
So that is a real problem because I don't want to transform in front of them. That would totally take the magic out of it. I mean, afterwards, if they see me with my legs, which is okay, I say, well, I transform back. But I don't want them to see the process of transforming. Yeah. So that's why I get ready before, I hide before, and then there has to be someone who carries me. It used to be my ex-boyfriend.
I was just going to say, how do I get that job? But I got to live in Germany.
Now I have to find a new one, so maybe I will.
I'm sure if you
put send me in your applications, no problem.
Just send out a personal ad. I need a mermaid carrier. I'm sure you'll get plenty.
If nothing else, everybody will be like, I just need to know what that means.
Yeah. I already know you, more research. I know you get some strange requests in your DMs. So, if you put that out there, I'm sure
it'll increase. Yeah.
You're going to get people offering to carry you as a mermaid.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the weird request I have this time. I just got one lately, and this guy just wanted to send me Amazon codes because he wanted to be used and dictated as someone who pays for everything.
Oh.
Like, just the feeling that he has to pay for stuff, and I have to treat him badly and tell him, okay, now pay this and now pay that.
Can you send them my way? I'll do that.
I was curious about it because I just want to know how people think. So this is totally fascinating to me.
Yeah.
What the idea behind all this fetish are, or So I talked to him and asked him how that would work. Then somehow there were some moments where I said, well, I have to renovate my bathroom. Why not? But then I feel like, I'm more thankful than just pretending, and I don't know. So I don't feel comfortable to.
He does not want you to thank him. He does not want you to thank him. He wants you
to
use him.
He wants to. Yeah, you have to do that because you are whatever.
Yeah. Well, just
my slave that has to.
Yeah. To the people we've had on the podcast, it's what you're explaining is very normal for that out there, and you just got to embrace it.
Yeah.
And not feel guilty and don't think you got to thank him because that's not what he wants. That's not what he wants. That's this
yeah,
fetish.
But I didn't do it.
Well, you could still probably, I betcha.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, I don't know. I talked to a friend who is a police officer, and I said, I'm just curious. So, is that illegal? Like, is there, and is there anything illegal about it? And he said no, but this request starts very innocently, and people say, well, why not? Because if he does not ask me, then he asks others. Right. But those are the cases where they then end up being stalkers and worse,
Right. Could.
So he
That
said,
could.
just don't, I never followed any requests that I got because I'm too scared that there can be consequences because I don't know to which level they get.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I would be worried about it too, just because of that. Where does it escalate to? I mean, it seems like an innocent thing at first, and then it gets to the.
Never know. Yeah, you don't know, but you got to go with your gut. That's for sure. Whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah, it can be innocent, and it's fine. I mean, people have this request, and it's fine, and I'm not judging them or something. Right. I just want to understand because I would never have that idea. But I feel, that people's minds are very fascinating.
They are. You also got a nice offer to clean your house, right?
Yeah, that was so cool. I talked to this guy because he was so friendly and everything. But still, like, I don't think I can do it.
Yeah. He how did
that's a little different. That's you're bringing him into your household. That's
right.
Yeah, I get that.
And did he wanted to clean your house in the nude and have you be mean to him? Is that what it was?
Yeah, exactly. And I asked him, so is that some kind of foreplay? And that you pretend cleaning the house and then
you're right.
end up having sex or whatever. And he said, no, I want to clean your house, and I'm very how can I say, he's very good at cleaning. Like, if he's unhappy if he doesn't clean right, but he wants me also to be very severe and like, Jesus Christ, I would do it with you. So, I would help you out. And I'm happy that I have someone helping me because I have to do it all by myself, which sucks.
Well,
I could or whatever.
I could say you turned me down very, very sweetly. So I appreciate that. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but that was not what he wanted me to, like he was not happy with my answer. And, and that's not what he was looking for.
Well, yeah,
they're all out there.
I'm sure. Yeah, that probably won't be the last odd request you get. So
no.
We'll see.
Now, when these odd requests come in, why don't you just do a spell and send them on their way? Because I know you do some witch stuff too. So.
Well, I'm a good witch, like there's.
Those are the best.
I'm not saying there are good and bad witches because it's like being good and bad people.
Yeah.
I think like everyone has a good and a bad side. I would never do that.
You would never cast a bad spell on anyone?
People.
Well, but if it's just a spell to protect yourself, it's not a bad spell. So.
But that's true. Yeah. And I constantly do that. Protect myself and my kids and the people around me. And sometimes also random when I see, I feel like there is some help that they need. I try to make some affirmations and
yeah.
some
So
good intentions for people.
we're obviously joking a little bit, but yeah, what goes into it seriously? I mean, what does this involve seriously for you?
Yeah, that's another weird thing, I guess, but it's not that weird because
It's different. That's all it is. It's different.
Yeah, true. But what do you guys do when it's your birthday, and what do you get for your birthday?
Gifts, presents.
Yeah. I mean,
Usually presents, and what else?
Wishes.
Exactly. And do you get cake?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and what is on the cake?
Frosting.
It's your happy birthday to your name and your age. Written.
Yeah, but what do you do with the cake when you have it in front of you? People give it to you, and then you just eat the cake, or what happens before?
You blow out the candles and make a wish.
Exactly. And you know what? That is witchcraft. Because
Sure.
in that moment, there's nothing else that you do is put an intention into it, make a wish, and then blow out the candle.
Yep.
And hope for it to, just be real.
Yeah.
And that's what I do, but I don't wait until my birthday. I usually do it when it's full moon, because when it's full moon, there is a lot of energy around us. I mean, the moon can also affect the oceans and everything. So the moon energy is there. And some people also are not able to sleep because they're super hyper.
Yep.
So when it's full moon, I feel like there's the energy is very high. So I use that for my intentions and everything. And there's like a ritual that I do with my kids or without, depends if they are with me or already sleeping or whatever. And then, there's like 3 parts that I do. It's firstly, I thank for everything that came to my way and want to be grateful for stuff. Then there are things that I want to release. And then there are things that I want to promise myself, because I don't make a wish, because making a wish is something that you have to believe in something to make a wish.
Sure.
But I promise it to myself, because witchcraft is like not having the power for others or over others, but over myself.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That is basically witchcraft,
Yeah. So it's really no different than people who make their vision boards and, manifest things by, Yeah.
Exactly. It's manifestation all the way. And you can do it in different ways. You can also, people work with tarot cards, or different stuff, candles. And I have gemstones that I collected since I was a child.
Yeah.
I grew up Christian.
Okay.
So I'm a Catholic.
Yep.
And I went to church every Sunday and stuff like that. But it always, I felt this fear for someone who is there, give me some powers, and then I have to fear that. That didn't make sense to me. And when I firstly read about the witchcraft thing, I was like, oh my God, I'm not the only one who feels like there has to be something, and it's not bad, wishing for something. And also this tarot card thing. When I read the cards and I did a reading for a friend of mine, everything that I said came.
Yeah.
And I was so afraid that God will punish me for this, and that felt so wrong.
Yeah.
So since I don't know, I think I started 2018 or something. I embraced that.
Okay.
I was not afraid anymore, and I said no. I will embrace this because it's something that it's inside me all the time, and it's not bad. And I don't believe in God like people believe in him. But if there is someone, and I totally would, I'm open to every kind of belief, then there's nothing that I do wrongly because I put good intentions in everything. Even if there is something bad that happened to me, I try to wish for the better version of it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? That I
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
hate people or something. There's no revenge or nothing. So there's nothing that I do wrongly that will lead me into hell, which I don't believe either.
Well, it's funny. We just both had tarot card readings done. We had Carrie Kendall, who was a playmate, on, and she did tarot readings for us. So
Cool.
yeah, just like in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, good stuff.
I have to watch that episode.
What's that?
I have to watch that episode.
Oh no, that one. No, those were private. We'll talk a little bit about what she came up with, but yeah, they were. Yeah.
She doesn't do it. Recordings of it. It's a personal thing, so we couldn't even do it together. It was one-on-one. So
me neither. But there are some.
I'm sure.
Do you do readings for others?
Yeah, I do, but it's also a very intimate thing, and I don't succeed. I don't always succeed, and it depends truly on the people, how open they are, and sometimes I have readings that last like 3 hours, and sometimes it's just 10 minutes because they kind of expect something, but of course I'm not telling them their fortune or something.
Right.
I have to I have to have the connection between them and the cards. I am the connection, and if they are not open, then you can pick whatever you want. You won't read it.
Right.
I think that plays a big part of it.
Yeah, you can only get into it what you're gonna. Only get out of it what you want to put into it. Right.
And you're right up front. You're not. I'm just not telling you. I'm not going to say you're going to win this or you're going to do this. So
right.
Either you're going for what it really is, or it's not worth your time. So I feel we got a lot out of it.
I do too. Yeah, it was a good time. I really liked it. So I got to ask about one picture I saw on Instagram before we go, and there was one butt cheek that said "Eat me, not animals." So are you vegan, vegetarian?
It doesn't matter.
I am vegetarian. Yeah.
Okay. I assume that picture inspired a few more people to become vegetarian. That's all I'm going to say.
There have been. It was provocative. I did it on purpose. It's not my style to show that side of me. So I mean, I've been in Playboy, but still,
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw that and I liked it because to raise awareness, you have to shock people sometimes.
Absolutely, 100%.
Definitely got our attention.
Right. How long have you been vegetarian?
The 8th of January 2018.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it sounds like
recently
your life changed a lot, like in the last
right before the pandemic. It changed a lot.
The mermaid, the witch, the vegetarian, all that kind of stuff kind of came in at the same time.
Yeah, I also got separated from my husband in 2019, beginnings of 19.
Okay.
Yeah, I changed a lot in the last years. So I'm working a lot on myself.
It's a new chapter in your life, right, and that's kind of the way I look at things. Absolutely. Is different
and
chapters.
It feels good.
Yeah.
That's the best part. That's the best part.
Somehow.
Yeah.
So
sure.
And then we'll let you go and promote things. But I just was curious through our whole interview. I don't want to say on land, but your blanket, you have it tucked. So is that a comfort level thing to be?
It's a good point.
To have your legs tucked while you're sitting. Or
no, I mean it's just because it started snowing yesterday.
Okay.
So it's not really. Us
too.
So it is just a cold thing, not always feel comfortable more with the mermaid tucking or like legs together.
But you're right somehow. When I sit on my couch or somewhere, I always have my blanket. I never noticed that.
Right. It's weird when other people. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe it's a subconscious.
There you go. It could be. There you go.
Yeah. There's no tail underneath it. Sorry.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I did want to make sure that
Yeah. Right.
If you had it, we'd love to see it. Right. That's all right. Where can we find you? We want to give the floor the opportunity to promote all your stuff, your pages, and thank you again for coming on.
Oh, that's so cute. Thank you so much for having me, and it was great. And yeah, you guys are awesome.
Thank you. Where can they find you on Instagram? What's Wicked Giuliana?
Yeah, Wicked Giuliana is it's also my personal page, but my mermaid name is
Mari Luna. Okay.
Since I'm drawn to the moon, there's Luna in it, and it's another page that is linked to my Wicked Giuliana page too.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
people who want to follow it, I would be happy to have them. And I have to put more content in it. I know. I have to work on that really bad.
Content is hard. It's a time suck.
It's a time sucker, and you're busy, so
It is. But thank you so much.
Too.
We really appreciate it. I'm glad we got to do this,
guys.
and especially with the large time difference. I'm glad we got this to work out. So
yeah, appreciate it. I've had a blast the last
What
hour.
time is it there?
it's 1:00 in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
Well, thank you for your time. And
anytime.
it's my time here.
Yeah, anytime. Anytime you ever want to come back on, you just let us know. We'd love to have you
Absolutely.
back. So
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
all right.
All right, take care.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. The tavern is closed for now, but we'd love to have you back for more fun next time. Seriously though, get your asses out of here.